Young people and lonely people do some dumb shit. Okay? I've been both of them. Okay, I've been both of them. So I use that vernacular for a reason. And what I'm saying is that before we judge or look at that picture of the rose, and we see that beautiful rose, sometimes we got to look deeper and see the thorns behind that rose. So the wise man would say, yeah, that's a beautiful rose, and I'd like to, and in reality, I'd like to look at it, but in reality, I know I can't grab it because my finger gonna hit one of them thorns. So, yes, in their right minds, people will not gamble. Okay? In their right minds, a mouth with a good eyesight wouldn't grab a piece of cheese that's connected to an iron bar that's going to break their neck.
I see something that's deep that you also said here that brought up something else, right? Okay. You mentioned loneliness a few times in this, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was a Harvard study, and what I'm going to end up doing when I edit this, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Okay. It was a Harvard study that ended up through some experiments shown that loneliness, we're talking about being truly lonely. Right. Because you can have somebody around you but still feel lonely. You know what I'm saying? So, but real loneliness
will kill you.
Yes. Okay. It's equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it is a leading cause of heart disease.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So literally loneliness is you can say that's a heart-based feeling. Right. Okay. And it causes a heart-based disease if you're truly lonely. Okay. It's interesting. I was going to add that, just mention that since you mentioned that.
Right. Yeah. Because the heart is not getting what it needs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so it comes out in the physical area. The heart not getting what it needs, right? Okay, so the valves and stuff shut down. But also emotionally, the heart's not getting what it needs. So, outside life, the physical heart and the emotional heart, they're both one and the same. And if they aren't nurtured, then they suffer. And loneliness, and like you say, you can be in a room full of people and be lonely. I mean, I went, but I'm a person, I've always felt lonely quite a bit in my life because when I got ready to go somewhere, I didn't wait on anybody to go places. I grew up as an only child. So my mindset was like, if you're not ready to go, I'm going, I'm rolling, okay? So my friends would say that. I come on, you ready to go? You can't go now. Okay, I'll see you later. You going by yourself? That's it. Go on. So I got used to that. And to the place where I could go to different geographical locations throughout the country by my damn self, and not worry about woman meat and what to fear, those kind of issues. But that's my youth, that's my youth. A person has to what am I trying to say? They have to follow through with what their calling is. And, what they're calling. And I'm not talking about on a religious aspect, but on a, what's that calling that's coming from that heart. Whether you're talking about a child's heart, you might talk about your own heart, a relative's heart. Is once you see what that calling is, what that person needs, then you know how to treat them. When I walked in here and I needed services I didn't even know I needed. But you, empathetic energy like yourself, you saw what I needed. It wasn't a big decision. I mean, about this. This is what I see, okay? And this is what I'm going to share with you. You know, and this is how we're gonna deal with it. You're like, you know, that's the way it's gonna do. So that's what that looks like. Okay. So once you decide that you don't need anybody else to condone you, congratulate you, or to what's the other word I'm looking for? To lift you up, then you can make it on your own. And you're gonna make mistakes. You know, I made a lot of damn mistakes. Yep. And some of them, yeah, I want to take back. You know, but once the train left the station, that's it. That's what that looked like. So when I go back, you know, when I get ready to take my last breath or whatever in this vessel, I'm probably gonna say, "Well, I wish I did this a little better, or did that a little better, or whatever," you know. But I knew at the time, I made the best. I made the best decision based on my mindset that I could. You know, had I been healthier, less traumatic, less whatever, I would have made better decisions. But I wasn't. I did what I did. You know, and you guys are gonna find out